It was our 10th wedding anniversary, and I thought it would be a celebration of everything we had survived together. 10 years of laughter, arguments, compromises, and love. Emma had suggested we renew our vows, and when she spoke, her voice trembled. I assumed it was nerves or emotion, the kind that comes with acknowledging a decade-long commitment. I smiled, reached for her hand, and told her it was a beautiful idea. But beneath that simple gesture, something shifted in the air. A tension I couldn't yet name. The first hint had come weeks earlier. Emma had started guarding her phone, putting it face down whenever I walked into the room. She would step away from conversations, sometimes muttering that she needed to handle a quick work thing, or check on a friend. I told myself it was nothing, that perhaps I was imagining things. I tried to shake it off, focusing on our anniversary plans instead, buying flowers, arranging the small gathering we'd promised our closest friends. Still, the feeling gnawed at me. It was subtle at first, a delayed reply here, a hidden smile there, but slowly it built, an unease that settled in my chest like a stone. I began questioning myself. Had I missed something? Had I failed her in ways I didn't notice? The more I tried to dismiss it, the louder my doubts became. On the day of our vow renewal, the house smelled faintly of vanilla candles and roses. I watched Emma move around, arranging flowers, smoothing tablecloths, laughing at our daughter's clumsy attempts to help. Everything looked perfect, and yet my gut twisted. She seemed distant, distracted, checking her phone more often than necessary. Then the first whisper of betrayal became undeniable. A message notification flashed on her screen. She quickly silenced it, but not before I caught the name, Mark. My heart skipped, then pounded. Mark, her coworker, the one I'd never liked. I told myself it was innocent, a professional matter. Still, the feeling of unease grew unbearable. Later, as friends and family gathered around, the celebration began. Glasses clinked, laughter echoed, and Emma stepped forward to speak, holding my hand. Her eyes were moist, her voice still slightly trembling. 10 years, she started. I want us to. And that's when I noticed the small envelope she had tucked into her bouquet. It wasn't part of the decorations or the ceremony. My fingers brushed against it as she adjusted the flowers. Something made me pull it out. Inside were letters, printed and folded meticulously. Emails exchanged between her and Mark. Messages that spoke of longing, emotional intimacy, and a connection she never shared with me. Every word landed like a hammer blow. I felt the room tilt, my legs weaken. The laughter around us became background noise, distant and unreal. I looked at Emma. Her hand shook in mine, and suddenly the tremble in her voice was no longer nervousness. It was guilt. Wasim. I didn't mean. I held up a hand, unable to speak. The betrayal wasn't cinematic, it wasn't loud. It was subtle, insidious, hiding in little moments I had once thought were harmless. The late-night work calls, the distracted glances, the tiny lies that now felt monumental. The fallout was immediate but silent. Words failed me. I excused myself, stepping into the hall, the letters crumpled in my fist. I could hear the murmurs behind me, the polite concern, but I felt nothing. The memories of 10 years together replayed in my mind, tainted now, every gentle touch, every whispered, "I love you." Every shared morning coffee now a question. Had it been real, or had she been living another story all along? We didn't fight. There was no shouting, no confrontation full of rage. Instead, there was truth laid bare. And with truth came clarity. "I can't do this anymore," I said quietly later, in the quiet of our bedroom. "I love you, yes, but I can't live in a life where my trust is broken." Emma's tears fell silently. Her remorse was genuine, her regret palpable, but it couldn't undo what had been done. She tried to explain, to justify, to plead. And I listened, not because I wanted to forgive, but because I needed to understand the human complexity of it. That betrayal doesn't make someone a villain. It makes them flawed, capable of mistakes and desires that collide destructively with promises made. In the days that followed, I moved into a small apartment. The house we built together felt hollow without me there. Christmas lights, family photos, the lingering scent of her perfume. It all reminded me of what I had lost. And yet, in the quiet pain, I found a strange, steady strength. Betrayal had torn open my world, but it had also reminded me that my life, my dignity, and my ability to love myself were worth more than clinging to a shattered trust. I learned that love isn't possession. It's a mutual respect and honesty that must endure even when desires falter. Walking away didn't make me weak. It reminded me that even amidst heartbreak, we carry the power to reclaim ourselves, to rebuild, to choose integrity over illusion. That day, at our vow renewal, her voice had trembled. I didn't know then whether it was from fear, love, or guilt. But in that trembling I saw the truth. And in seeing the truth I found the courage to step forward. Not with anger, but with quiet resolution, leaving behind the life I had known, and moving toward the life I deserved.